Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you stay for the story. And if you're returning, you know how I work. And let's get right into it. So I hope you guys have been doing well. I've been getting so many downloads. I've been getting all these crazy things happening. Like my left eye has been going crazy. Got something in it. There was nothing in there though. It was just irritated. It's happened numerous times recently when I've been getting downloads. And that's been really intense. So I see that as like my intuition is really picking up. I'm starting to get more psychic downloads and connections with you guys. Also, I was taking a shower and I'm not anywhere near the ground floor or the outside, and I've never seen one of these in this house. But there was this big giant earwig bug. Earwigs are called that because they used to believe that they would crawl into your head, into your brain through your ear, and use that little pincher, which is not actually dangerous to people. It just looks that way. But the fable, the myth was that it would go crawl through the ear, crawl into the brain, use the little pincher, and cause people to go crazy. It would mess with their brains. So I see this kind of as like the intuition is that someone is either saying that the way you see the world, your light is crazy. Which, yeah, when people talk about spirituality, they often say people are crazy instead of seeing that, okay, I can't see it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Maybe this person can just see things I can't. And that's amazing. Like, people really feel like a need to attack you if you are shining light on them. And that is what I was getting from the cards I was pulling. So we got, let's see, there's so many and they're beautiful. So we got, first we got 42 achievement. And this, no, the number 42 is very significant. There is a sacred alphabet. I think it's Hebrew. And there are 42 places on a map that are sacred. So to me, this 42 was very significant. It's also the number of a very famous baseball player in the United States that was, the racism against this person was extremely horrible. And so 42 has a lot of meaning to me personally, and has come up a lot in my channeling and spiritual practices. So this is achievement. This is talking about that you're on a spiritual journey. You are realizing, along with, so you're having a revelation, number 15, that that you are part of this light path. See, this revelation is coming that you are in this light galaxy, a part of this light family. And that is like, oh wow, okay. So the achievement is kind of that you are realizing this. So that's number 15. And then you are realizing that you belong, number 41, you belong to a group, to a collective, to a sacred path that not everybody belongs to. So it might not appear like, in Indian culture, the rat is very sacred. In other cultures, it's seen as a vermin. So it's all about like really honing in on what you find sacred. It doesn't matter if other people find it sacred, because you can't belong to someone else's community. You can't belong. You're realizing that you don't fit in to that. And that's making you feel like you should dampen your light, or that telling your truth or using your light is bad, when in fact it's not. It's just that you're in the wrong community. Like, you're trying to fit in with a community that finds the things you find valuable annoying, a nuisance, like what I'm talking about with the rat, a nuisance. And this is reminding you that you are a mirror. You're reflecting back the energy you're getting in. So you're kind of like a filter. So when negativity shines at you, you kind of change the outlook. 29 here with a positive outlook. You change that to be positive because you live in a light world. So some of the things I wrote down are you are a light worker. The numbers are 15, 29, 41, and 42. And 2024 is very significant. Very, very significant. And I misspelled it very badly. And so I'm wondering if I think that is significant. That you may have a learning disability. You may be on the spectrum. You may have had so much trauma you developed a traumatic condition so that you see the world differently. The way you handle the world, you may be less emotionally out there. You may be more focused on like keeping your cool and keeping collected, and people can see that as cold. So 2024 is significant, and 15 plus 41 equals 20, and 42 reversed is 24. So the numbers we have here are very significant. They're talking about like your time is right now. You are having a great awakening this year. And I think it's difficult. When we have great awakenings, we can no longer stay in environments around people that don't, serve our higher good. We start realizing that that's just not even an option. It's not about being uncomfortable. It's about it would be like staying in a flooded house. You can't, you can't stay there. It's not that you're like, oh, this house is bad. It's just like, I can't stay here. Or, if you're getting electrocuted every time you touch the wall switch, you can't stay in that environment. The mirror opposite, 29, keep your positive outlook. So when there's negativity directed at you, you're being asked to keep that positive outlook, because these cards, they are very significant in helping you. They all have Ganesh as a single entity in them, except in the positive outlook. And this is talking about that there's many, many ways to see different things. Some people could get angry at you because you voice your truth, and they could see that as a negative. But in a different community, that could be seen as such an asset. So looking at the situation, are they insulting you, or are they, demonstrating how limited they are? Can they look at the situations like you can? Can they see them from all phases of the moon? If there's no bright light shining on it, can they still see, in the dark? Can they find their way, even if they're not, a bright, shiny light on it? And when it's in shadow, can they still, activate in their light? You can. And I think that's really hard when we're surrounded by people that can't do that. And that can make you feel really lonely. So I'm going to get a few cards and see if we can get some clarity on this. Oh, and it's funny. I was going to leave out the cards that I had found earlier. I shuffled and shuffled, and this popped out before. And what I found interesting about this Magician card, these are the Buddha Tarot, and is that in this Magician card, the cup is spilled. So like, I think what we brought in to manifest with was kind of tainted. You needed to tell the truth. In order to really shine your light, you've got to spill the tea. And I know this is probably wine, but in the same respect, you were worried about, stains, you're worried about your reputation. And this is saying, in order to manifest, you have to show all the cards. You have to be completely transparent. Being a magician, being an alchemist, that means that you've got to, not be hiding anything. If your intentions aren't completely clear, if you're not really being in that light, if you're going, oh, okay, people are saying I'm a bad person, or I'm this or that, because I tell the truth, then that's going to be deceptive, destructive to you. Okay, I find this interesting. They just fell out. There's too many, but I'm going to do the top two. So here's the Emperor. And here are some cups. And these cups are upright, but this one's spilled, but there's no liquid in it. So I see that there's someone around you. This Emperor is very judgmental. This is someone who's an authority in your life. It doesn't have to be male. It can be just that masculinity and energy of being very stiff, of being very forceful about the way they think you should be. And so this energy wasn't actually serving you. You know, they had all their stuff, and they're kind of like side-eyeing you. If you look at him, he's kind of side-eyeing there. Like, if we hold these cards up, he's like, like, what's going on there? Yeah, what are you doing? You're like making a mess of things, but you're creating. And this person sees this as a mess, as an annoyance, as, like I was talking about the rats, like they don't see your value because their value in it is being in comfort. Their value is of having all their, you know, here they've got their feet up on a little cushion. They, you know, they've got all, you know, food and drink and light and, you know, flowing water. I mean, it's a beautiful place. But they're more concerned about them staying in this energy of not having to be uncomfortable. And they're looking at you like, could you please stop? Like, okay, I don't care if you think you're making something. I think it's annoying and you're making a mess of my life. So you're moving away from this energy. You're like, okay, well, if you don't like what I'm creating, if you don't like my energy, if you don't like the way I flow with things, you don't like that, I'm going to go away and I'm just going to leave all that stuff. You want all that stuff? You want all those things? Then I'm going to move away from that. And yeah, I mean, let's see. Let's get some clarity. And I hope you guys are doing great. I'm really proud of all of you. It is not easy being on a spiritual journey. It's much easier to just, you know, agree with everyone else. But I love this. So you're going away from it and you're taking your water with you. You're following the path of the river. And this is leading to a Ace of Wands. And so this is like planting and growing. This is growing something new. It's just for you. It's based on what you want. You've had that revelation. You've made that achievement. You're going on your path. You've had this, you know, this achievement is actually choosing yourself. Like, you should be proud of how eccentric you are. You should be proud of what you bring to the world. Who needs another person that's just like everybody else? Who needs someone that's going to sit down and be complacent? Who needs that? The world doesn't. The divine doesn't. God doesn't. God wants you to be the individual, the special person you are. That, you know, you are a gift that God gave the world. And you are realizing that. You are finding your place. You know, like I was talking about the 42 places on the, what do they call that? When you make a journey, it's like that voyage you take. It's a spiritual journey to that place, to a homeland. But this is an emotional journey. So you don't have to actually go anywhere. You don't have to actually, you know, have money to get to a physical place. This is saying that as long as you stay true to yourself, because the magician, number one here, is, oh my gosh, I just saw this. This is so cool. Look, the magician has this right there. Like, okay, so along your journey, you are collecting. Along this journey, you're moving away from the side eye, and you're moving on your journey, on your path, on your divine purpose, because you're realizing that this is your journey. You're here, down here. Ganesh is looking down at you and going, oh, see, you're figuring it out because you've achieved that. You're realizing where you belong. Oh my gosh, I love that, because so like we've got the spilled cup. So like, look, oh my gosh, you're just leaving all this stuff on the path. You're picking up your cup and you get to fill it in this river and bring it forward. And then now you have the wand. So, oh my gosh, this is a great journey. This is a great journey. I'm excited. Let's see what else. Oh my gosh, that was so loud. I'm so sorry. 15 on the timer. 15:01 on the timer. Oh, and I kept getting this. Okay, 6 of Wands. So this is saying, like, see, you're taking that that wand and you're taking up a leadership role. So not only are you realizing that you belong, you realize where you belong, that it's your positive outlook. It's the way you see things from so many different angles, from such a higher perspective, from that hanged man position, that, like, you know, just above. I mean, like, okay, here. See how here's the universe, and then Ganesh is up here watching this. I mean, this is teeny tiny. These are like planets and stars and galaxies. And from that higher perspective, you're seeing that you belong, what your space is. With the Knight of Swords, this is coming in, that you are coming in with the truth. You know, you have established that you're a leader. The world needs you. The universe needs you. Like, we downplay how important we are to the universe. We forget how very important our journey is. Like, if you found this, it's because you are realizing, you know, I'm feeling a little lost. You may be feeling very lost. You may not know what's going on. You may be getting told that everything you say is negative. Like, oh, and you're like, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just being myself. But this is because, you know, here's with the 5 of Swords, like, people are using your ideas and your truths against you. They're like, oh, okay, wow, you're saying that? You're saying that? I can't believe you said that. Why couldn't you just be quiet? And it's because you realize that that's not your path. Your path is the truth. So if they want to try to take your truths and use them against you, you're going to pick them up and move to a different space. And that could just be metaphorically 17 on the timer. So I'm going to get one more card. Actually, I'm going to get, yeah, oh, wow, okay, a lot fell out. Okay, yeah, oh, great. Okay, so this is the 9 of Wands. You've been working really hard, and you thought if you worked harder and harder and harder, that's what everybody told you. Work hard, work yourself to the bone, and then you can talk about what you want, because you'll be an authority. And what you're realizing is, no, I have the authority. I'm having celebration. I am leading others. I don't have to work this hard. I have to work smart. I have to use my truths, and I don't have to fight about it. And justice is coming in. You are taking that path. You are seeing what the true line that you're supposed to be on is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You are probably seeing things from a different perspective. You're seeing wonder and everything. You're seeing the light, and it's beautiful. And the sun is coming out. The sun. You are having a rebirth. This is beautiful. This is the outcome for you, is that you are going to be reborn as all new, because you're remembering. See, look at the sun. You're down there. You are this brand new star. And no matter what age you are a brand new star. You are beautiful, and you're finding your way. I love you guys. If this was your story, it was beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that little notification, and most importantly, come back. So I love you guys. Bye.